We treat aluminum like trash. It wraps our leftovers, holds our soda, and ends up in chaotic piles of dented pots at flea markets. It is the definition of a cheap, ubiquitous, and disposable material. But in the early 19th century, this exact same metal was considered more precious than gold. It was so difficult to acquire that the European elite used it for their finest jewelry and most important banquets. The transition from a rare jewel to a household commodity occurred over just 100 years. The evidence of that shift sits right here, inside a commemorative box manufactured in 1954. To understand how we entered the modern materials age, we have to look inside. Inside is a silver medallion, and resting on its obverse is the man who developed the first industrial process for aluminum production. His name was Henri Sainte-Claire Deville, a French chemist working in the middle of the 19th century. At that point, the scientific community already knew aluminum existed. Early chemists like Hans Christian Ørsted and Friedrich Wöhler had proven the metal could be isolated in tiny, expensive amounts. Discovery wasn't the issue. The problem was extraction. Aluminum binds so aggressively to other elements in nature that prying it loose required a grueling chemical process that yielded very little metal for the effort. Aluminum wasn't rare in nature. It was trapped behind an extreme chemical engineering bottleneck. In 1854, Deville began working on a way to produce the metal at scale. He started with a compound called aluminum chloride, where aluminum is locked tightly to chlorine. To force them apart, he used sodium as a reducing agent. The sodium aggressively pulls the chlorine atoms away, leaving the aluminum behind. This reaction allowed for a massive spike in production, making it economically viable to manufacture the metal in larger quantities. While it remained a premium material, increasing the supply caused the price to drop, moving aluminum out of the exclusive realm of jewelry. Deville's work provided the foundation for the industry, moving aluminum production from a laboratory curiosity towards its future as a global industrial metal. Flipping the medallion over reveals how that industrial legacy was celebrated a century later. The artwork places the Eiffel Tower behind a massive factory structure occupying the foreground. Down in the corner is the signature of its creators, J. Martel. The Martel brothers were prominent Art Deco sculptors who integrated industrial aesthetics directly into their modern designs. By the time this was minted in 1954, mid-century factories were processing giant aluminum coils at a scale Deville could have only imagined. It leaves us with a physical synthesis of history, a piece of modern art commemorating a scientific triumph, cast from the very material that defined the industrial age.